Testing 1, 2, 3. Five years ago, this week, I dropped out of BYU. It was nearing the end of the semester. I had every intention of coming back, but then I did something far worse than dropping out. I waited 4 years to come back. Not because I lacked direction, not because I was unmotivated, but because I was petrified that if I returned, I would prove myself right about failing. The idea, the notion of who I was would crumble over the overwhelming wealth of evidence that I was a failure. For months, I would sit at my desk with my laptop, open the page for re-enrollment. Close, open, close. It wasn't dramatic, it was just myself and my laptop in a fear I didn't quite have the language for yet. Then it clicked. Starting feels safe. We can hide behind potential. Finishing feels final. That potential becomes empirical proof. The fear I had been walking hand in hand with for months now had a name. The fear of finishing. This fear, like all fear, follows a rhythm. The start, we find hopeful. Stalling, we find solace in. And standing, that transforms us. Now starting, the beginning, we celebrate beginnings, whether it's a new job, a new relationship, it's invigorating. It's filled with theoretical potential, and it's comfortable. And a quote by Ben Franklin says, the shortest answer is doing. I can attest that doing is far easier when it's the first step. Published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, Angela Duckworth, Stanford professor, as well as the author of the book Grit, show that people are exceptionally good at starting, but falter as excitement fades. Now, why is this? It's because the brain associates the beginning with fresh possibilities and the end with the final evaluation. We don't fear starting. We love starting. It's a realm of unlimited potential. What we fear comes next, when the outcome becomes reality. And that leads me to my second point, stalling. We all stall in different ways, whether it's a text message drafted but never sent, or an application for something we're really excited about but never submit, or an idea that ping-pongs in our brain and we never act upon. And we have a plethora of excuses, whether it's, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, now's not a good time. But underneath those excuses is something far more psychological. It's a statement to ourselves saying, I am terrified that my best will fall short. The majority of us aren't lazy. I say majority. My brother's here. Chase, can you stand up really quick? This guy's pretty lazy. You can sit back down. But for the rest of us, we are scared of going from a realm of, I could be anything, to this is who I am. Published in the American psychologist Carol Dweck, a Stanford professor, showed that people will intentionally delay a project or task if they feel like it will define them. These people don't lack discipline. They are scared of what the finished result will reveal about themselves. Stalling is self-protection. If I never finish, I never fail, but it comes at far too high a cost, whether it's a lack of motivation, a lack of confidence, or a lack of identity. We become spectators in our own life. There comes this moment where stalling becomes the very failure that you dreaded. I had that moment. I had to make a stand. I finally re-enrolled. This is the letter that I submitted to the admission department, the literal catalyst that brings me in front of you today. I'd like to tell you that my return was cinematic and I was confident and courageous. That was not the case. I showed up, they gave me a box labeled some assembly required, figured it out. But that's okay. Because I didn't return to BYU a finished product. I returned to BYU to build the finished product. It's a lifelong endeavor for all of us. Finishing taught me something starting never did. Finishing does not prove you're fearless. Finishing proves you refuse to let fear finish for you. Published in the Psychological Review, Albert Bandura, a Stanford psychologist, showed that people get the confidence after the action, not before. Likewise, standing is not the absence of fear. Standing is moving towards the finish line while fear tags along for the ride. Everyone here has started something they haven't finished, whether it's a goal, a decision, or a page left open but never submitted. I extend a challenge to you today. Identify where you're stalling. Stand anyway and finish, not because finishing is easy, but because finishing is liberating. Starting might feel hopeful. Stalling might feel safe, but standing, finishing, that'll set you free.
Those were wonderful speeches. Thank you. Let's give one more round of applause for all our speakers. While our judges